It's Michelle. I'm going to do a July 2020 reading for Taurus. I'll quickly show you the decks that I'm using. I've got a few new ones. This is the Aboriginal Wisdom Oracle, the Sacred Forest Oracle, Enchanted Map. This is an oldie but a goodie. Siecle. And the tarot cards we're using are the Ancestral tarot, a very minimalist tarot deck that's really quite beautiful. And then at the end we'll pull some messages of closure. Yeah, let's dive in. So I'm just going to do a really simple tarot spread and we'll see what comes up. What does Taurus need to know? Sun, Moon, Rising for July 2022. Okay. Ooh, starting with the Ten of Cups. This is good. Have as much room on this table as I intended to. Okay. So this is our theme card over here, the overall energy. Gosh, guys, I apologize about the lighting. So anyway, this is the Nine of Swords in reverse. So this indicates that you desperately are wanting to get out of a cycle of stress, anxiety, sleepless nights, overthinking, and kind of move into a state of action, into a state of peace, into a state of communication, because it's got the throat chakra on this card. So this message is really, really clear. So there's something in your life that brings you a lot of happiness, Ten of Cups. And Six of Wands, like, you know this is what you want. You know this is the thing that's going to make you feel like you've got victory, that you're successful, that... But in the middle, we've got all this weird energy. We've got the Four of Swords in reverse, the Five of Cups, the Four of Cups, and the Moon, and then, of course, the Nine of Swords as the overall energy. So what this tells me is there's something in your life that makes you just really, really happy, and you know what this thing is, and you know that moving towards it would lead you to a life that feels very, very successful, very abundant, very... like the classic Six of Wands illustration is the guy is like the soldier on his horse and he's coming back into town after being in battle, and like the streets are lined with people and they're like cheering him back into the town. So that's kind of the energy. That's how this Ten of Cups thing, person, situation makes you feel. But for whatever reason, I don't think you've been letting yourself have it. So you've kind of been putting off taking action. You've been like, you've been putting off taking action and then feeling sorry for yourself because you don't have this thing, even though you could have this thing. And then you've been really bored by whatever it is that you do currently have. So... And then you've been like staying in your head, because we've got the Moon card here as well. So you've been staying in your head and like overthinking it. And then that's like leading to a sense of kind of confusion, or making it seem like whatever perhaps obstacles you feel like might be in your way towards fully having this thing are like more real than they actually are, like more of a bigger deal than they actually are. So this Ten of Wands thing, like, it could be It could be a job that would like make you feel like absolutely over the moon. But because it's like the first card that comes out of your reading, like I feel like it's something that's around you, like it's actually quite close to you, which means that it is actually possible for you to have it, but for some reason you don't think so, and so you're not moving towards it. But you want to, because you know that it would make you feel like awesome, like, you know, just like the man or the woman in charge and like living their life like a boss in whatever way that means to you, whether it's like having the relationship of your dreams, or the house of your dreams, or just the kind of lifestyle that you want. It could be a sense of peace, it could be health, it could be like whatever it is. And there's a lot of green energy on these cards, so I almost feel like it's kind of like this thing is around you, but it seems too good to be true to you. And so I feel like maybe why you're not going towards it is because you're trying to, I don't know, like you think that if you go for it and you get it, like it's going to fall apart, and then it's going to cause you like pain because you lost like the thing that you really, 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 really wanted. So like, I don't know, let's say that your dream is to become an artist and like break free of your 9-to-5 job and spend all day painting or playing golf or becoming a professional surfer or traveling the world, or I don't know, insert whatever, or it's marrying a particular person or starting a charity, or like you pick the scenario, match it to your life. But so it's close and it's around you and it's a possibility. But you feel that even if you were to make it happen, it would be too good to be true. Like that's your secret fear, that it's too good to be true, that it's not possible for someone like you to truly have this. So even if you did get it for a brief period of time, well, inevitably you'd have to lose it, and then you'd be disappointed, like so disappointed, you know, like, because this, I get the, like, this is, it's kind of the sense of like, this is the only thing you've ever really wanted in life, and you kind of have it, and you could really have it and make it real, but if you were to make it real, your fear is that it's not going to be real because it's too good to be true. But the cards are telling me it's not too good to be true. That's just your like mental over analysis going on. So let's get some clarifiers. How is Taurus feeling? What is the root emotion at the moment? Okay. So what this is telling me is you don't want to go for it, or you fear going towards this thing, because right now you have reliability in your life. Your life might not be exactly as you want it to be, but your life is stable, it's predictable, you know what your day is going to look like, you know what your life's going to look like, you know where you're going to live, and there's comfort in that for you. There's a sense of, some sort of sense of peace or something like that, and you are hugely fearful of, you know, the variability, the unpredictability of what this might bring with it. So, for example, let's say this situation is a person, like it's a relationship, and you know that this person makes you feel like nobody else in the entire world, and you know, like, you think about this person all the time, like, you imagine all the scenarios of, like, if this person was with you, if you were living in the same house, if you were, like, coming home to each other every day, all that kind of sort of thing. And it all feels so good. But there's this sense of, I don't know, maybe this person's quite different to you, you know? And there's this sense of, even though this person makes me so happy, like, what is it that I don't know? you know, like, because everybody comes with stuff, right? So you're almost anticipating that there's going to be something about this person or something about how the two of you would mesh together that maybe wouldn't mesh together that well. And you're thinking, I don't know if I could cope with that. Like, if we came together and then if there was just something about the two of us and our lives merging together that didn't work and some sort of kind of deal breaker arose, I think you just feel like that would be too hard to deal with because, you know, you would have opened yourself up emotionally and you just wouldn't be able to bear it for whatever reason. And I don't even feel like it's you think that the other person would do something to hurt you necessarily. I think it's more maybe a fear that like your lifestyles wouldn't be compatible, you know? And you're just worried about the unpredictability that that would bring in for you. Let's get some more. Compass. Intuitively, I'm just kind of intuitively reading this card. So it's number 5. So I feel like this is it's a 50, sorry, which reduces to a 5. So I feel like this is just saying that change is on the horizon and that you know that change is on the horizon. You kind of feel it. You kind of have a sense of like a ticking clock of like, almost I've been fighting this thing, whatever it is, for so long. I've been kind of deferring my dream, even though it's been around me or it's been a possibility for quite some time. But I feel like your heart, it just keeps kind of drawing you to it like a compass, like it's your heart's kind of constantly pointing the way, being like, I want to be over here. I want to be with this person. I want to be doing that with my life. And I feel like that pull is getting harder to resist as time goes on. Like, I feel like all the anxiety and all the, all the fears and all the overthinking and all of that, like, I feel like in the past it was giving you... I feel like in the past you thought that some of these things that your mind was generating as reasons for why this couldn't happen or shouldn't happen, I feel like in the past you gave that a lot more weight. You believed those things to be a lot more true. And now I think you're still having some of that, but I just don't feel like you're really buying into those storylines as much. Like, we've got playfulness in number 15. So whatever this thing is for you, like, it's the same as the 10 of Cups kind of energy. It makes you feel playful. It makes you feel excited about life. It makes you feel, like you want to get up in the morning and move towards this, whatever it is. And I think now, even though there may still be some fears that are remaining, like, you're more just wanting to make it happen. You're more just excited about the possibilities and less kind of fearful. Okay, so what are the next steps for Taurus? What are the next steps for Taurus? So we've got journey. So this is literally picking a new path, doing something different, traveling, and travel can be physical, but it can also be metaphorical. So it can be embarking on a new journey. It can be just getting the wheels in motion, taking action. for some of you, travel might definitely be a very real and very tangible possibility that goes along with this. So we've got the card of unexpected income. Now this card isn't necessarily about finances. In fact, more often than not, I personally find that it isn't. But it's the sense of like somebody else can give you a helping hand, or you can give somebody else a helping hand. So that doesn't have to be in terms of money, though. That can be in a sense of just there's this unexpected thing that happens that maybe gives you a nudge, is kind of what I'm feeling in this scenario. It's like there's this, and it could even be like a sign. You know, you kind of get a sign of like, now's the time to act, now's the time to move towards this. You know, it could be something that somebody says to you, and it's not even like they're talking to you about this particular thing. They may not even know what this particular thing is, but they're just talking perhaps about something in their lives or something they heard on the radio or something, and it just sparks something for you. Whoa, definitely a lot of travel and a lot of movement energy, because we've also got distant horizons. So this is like the ultimate card of like dreaming bigger, going after what you want, traveling. I feel like whatever this is, you're not going to put it off for much longer. I feel like you're just going to do it. In terms of timing, the distant horizons card means up to the next 2 years. So definitely within the next 2 years, I think you're going to go for whatever this is. But it could be a lot sooner. Yeah. So let's get some messages for you. So these cards can be used in a number of ways. So I guess what I would encourage you to do is maybe pause this video for a second. Take a moment and think of either someone that you would like to get a message from relating to this reading. So for example, it could be that you have an ancestor or a guide that you would like some kind of personal clarification from them on regarding this reading. It could be someone that you haven't spoken to in a long time and maybe aren't in contact with anymore. It could be like if this situation, whatever it is something that you're like kind of keeping a secret to yourself and you haven't spoken to anyone about it, but it's kind of that sense of like, if I told my best friend about this, what would that person say? Or it could be like, what, I don't know, just pick someone that is significant to you, dead or alive, and think of the person and think of what kind of additional clarification you would like from them regarding this message. And then I'll pull a few of these. Okay, ready? What is the message Taurus's person has for them regarding this message? This is really interesting. These cards are normally quite talkative. Like they normally jump out straight away. So I think the messages want to be specific. They want to be deliberate. Okay, so we've got please don't blame yourself. So you may be kind of being quite critical of yourself for not moving towards this sooner. Maybe you feel like you've missed some opportunities in the past to make this happen. We've also got I did not expect to leave. So you might have asked for a message from somebody that isn't in your life now. Maybe they moved away from wherever you lived. Maybe they passed away. And yeah, it could have been a shock to you when this person moved away or passed away or whatever. And maybe that's part of what could have knocked your confidence or just delayed you in some way from taking action on whatever this is. Thank you for making amends. So there's definitely something here, something that you're carrying, some kind of sense of guilt. But this person feels like you're making things right, or you will make things right if you haven't already. Yeah. I'm going to leave it there. I'm not going to add anything further. I feel like that's all that needed to come out. So, Taurus, I hope that this serves you in your journey for the next month or so. Remember that energies can be a little bit, what am I trying to say? Movable, in that we work through energies at different rates. We process energies in different ways. So for some of you, you may already be in this kind of energy now. You may have been in this energy for the last couple of months. For others, this could be your energy in July. And for others, this could be kind of a heads up reading for what's a bit further down the line. So take it as it fits for you. And yeah, thank you so much.